yours, Ghost.
Okay, Splash Funk versus Leif Cassidy, and it's starting at 13 minutes 32 seconds. Oh, there you go. I thought he was a blue collar. Oh no, sorry, I thought he was like blue blood.
Yeah,
Now he's got
stock as well.
stock as well.
That seems like dirty business for a man of leisure.
He looks like it. Oh, he used to. His gimmick would be that he would turn up. Where's Mark Merrow? With different women each time.
Ah, it's clearly his business associates. I mean, if you've got blue chip stock, obviously you need a lot of your management for that.
That's it. Yeah, they're that's a fucking great. Oh Jesus. Oh, the most stunning Sable. Fuck off. I love how they're like still using like puns, and the blue blood was left red-faced. Which is funny because this is what, 96. In like 3 months he'd bring in China.
Ah.
Yeah.
I said you don't want to bring in China to a conflict. I mean, when we look at Vietnam, it's
But yeah, what I find funny is that like Sable and all these women are not fighters, and then China comes in and she's a fucking murderer.
So these women don't wrestle.
No, they're very bad valets.
Ah.
They don't bring the cars around the front. They don't even wax them.
No, there'll be like kind of thing where like I came in here and there's 100 miles on this that weren't there when I went into this dinner, and the tank is half empty. I came here with a full tank.
Right.
So what's going on with that?
Shit valets. I think they just watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off and thought, that's what valets do? Oh, I'm down with that.
I could do that.
I think in an increasingly competitive US economy, of course, it being the 90s, I think they're playing with fire. They're playing with fire.
Well,
Yeah.
they don't know that, you know. Like, of course, at the time, seeing as we're recording this as if it were the 90s, I was well, money's money. I mean, while we're here,
Do you know what's really good to invest in? Those .com companies.
Oh yeah, and I hear there's a really big hot tip. Enron. Too big to fail.
Buy Enron.
they're sponsored by karate fighters again. Oh, there he is.
Who's that chap?
That's marvelous Mark Merrow, the wild man Mark Merrow.
That's a very impressive tash, I must say.
He is a very impressive man. Like, whenever he's good, but whenever he's bad, he is awful.
Should be a Golden Gloves boxer as well.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Golden Gloves boxer.
Ah.
Yeah.
In the jungle or wherever he's from. It's not easy, or it's not difficult to get Golden Gloves, I suppose, if you're the only person living in this like feral lifestyle with a 50-mile radius on all sides.
And also, if he was a Golden Gloves boxer, surely he wouldn't have to go into wrestling. He'd be doing, other boxing things.
You would think, wouldn't you?
They were married at the time as well.
Really?
Yeah, both of them. Look how intense he is, though.
Look at his eyes.
Yeah,
hypnotic.
He does have such beautiful eyes. He's like a Latin singing sensation.
I think that's what. If he's not a sensation now, he should be.
I don't know if he has the voice for it though.
It's like he just watched some Macho Man Randy Savage promos and said, that'll do. And then he just went for it. Like, Macho Man Randy Savage used to be so intense in his promos. Oh, he was great. Is this another advert?
He must have been really stuck for.
He appears to have Michael Jackson's jacket.
No, he was in the Canadian Army, which of course means nothing.
Was he really?
Does Canada have an army?
Wasn't. No. We were doing a bit
Oh, I'm sorry, I ruined your bit.
Yeah, we were doing a bit, and then oh no, we could have.
I'm such a schmuck. I've ruined your bit.
Psycho said, Bret Hart, it's time. Well, that's it. That the first bit was. There we go.
Advertise. Okay.
Yeah.
I was saying, why are you advertising in your house during the event?
Because this is the free for all.
Okay, I apologize.
That's why. Don't apologize to me. Ah, karate fighters in your house.
It's sponsored by MB Games.
Yes, karate fighters.
That's really, really 90s.
Which we haven't looked up, but we're going to assume is just Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
But with like racial overtones.
Oh.
Well, it exists in that state now. Schrodinger's karate fighters.
Because we don't look it up. We could say anything.
If you open Wikipedia, then it's there.
We could, but if we do, then it will be either there or not there. So we're not going to.
Exactly, we will leave it in the state of both,
racially charged Rock'em Sock'em Robots
and racially balanced.
Yeah.
It would be so good as well if there was an expansion pack where you got to fight Gojira with karate.
Knife hand chop. Just like getting kicked 7,000 miles by it.
Have you seen the new Godzilla?
I have not. It's I thought he retired after that bout in the 90s. Apparently it really did a number on his knees.
Matthew Broderick just fucked him.
Oh, Broderick was a nightmare to work with.
Him and his horse-faced wife.
She was on set every day.
And there was this time where I went to my trailer and the sandwich platter had clearly had something taken from it, and I said, "Matthew, is this you?" And he said, "No." I said, "Hey, God, man, it's I'd never do that to you. You're a busy man." I'm like, "Matthew, I'm warning you. I will walk off this set."
Sarah Jessica Parker was there. She had a feed bag around her mouth, and I swear to you, there was bread inside. Why would you feed bread to that woman?
I sniffed and I said, "My chorizo's gone. And it's in that feed bag. I can smell it. I have super smell."
It's one of my powers. I would be by the radioactivity.
I was offered a bit part on Pride and Prejudice, and I turned it down for this, and this is how I get treated.
I mean, I understand that going back to your roots is something that maybe you should do now and again, but I was taking a huge risk. So we completely missed Leif.
It doesn't matter. This was better.
Leif Cassidy used to be known, or well, will be known in a couple of years as Al Snow, Alfred, Alberto Snow.
Alberto Snow.
Oh, Alberto. He used to come out with a mannequin head.
Alfonso. Possibly.
Alfonso, yeah, shit, just like Alfonso Capone.
There we go.
Or Alphonse, I think his name was. He killers Flash Funk with two girls here. Oh, very well synchronized. Except for that bit, of course.
Oh, that is one impressive jacket. I assume that's real polar bear fur.
I think
it was the 90s. It was the age of decadence. I mean, I entirely understand why. Well, if I could afford it, I'd wear it too.
It's very white, so it may even just be albino black bear.
That is true.
Even
it's
the rarest. Is that a polar bear? No. This is an albino black bear. There are two in the world. I'm having this one skinned for a coat. The other one I'm having shot.
Why? Why not?
It makes my coat more valuable, don't you see?
Did you miss Vince McMahon doing a wee dance? It was
really?
jazzy and snappy at the same time. It was snazzy.
I know those trousers, while very snazzy, must be uncomfortable.
Oh,
I mean, are those sequins?
I hope not. For him, I hope not. Fucking, where's Al Snow? He's just standing by watching this abortion happen.
He's just allowing this.
And there they were, gyrating in the ring. What was Al Snow to do, Dean?
And I bet Flash Funk gets home and just sits down, takes his hat off, and goes, "I am so sick of dancing."
I mean, whenever I was a child, they said I want to dance. My mother said, "You can dance when you want to. You can leave your friends behind."
Oh, you see, it's a similar situation in my household, but it's like I said, I don't want to dance. Dance with my baby, of course, no more.
I felt like dancing. Baka baka saka baka taka padoo. Felt like dancing.
But on another scenario, you see, I also didn't feel like dancing. It's dancing. It's I don't feel really like dancing at all. In fact, no dancing today.
I think that was the same song, but I obviously didn't pick up on any of the lyrics. Baka baka saka baka doo. That's enough.
I find the best dancing is done in the moonlight.
Or like Billy Idol, dancing with myself.
In a mirror. So it feels like there's a party.
Billy Idol, his song "Dancing with Myself."
I don't know it. Is it
it's
Billy
fucking
Ocean or
great.
Billy Idol?
Billy Idol.
Oh, okay.
In the walls of Tokyo.
Dancing
with myself. In the walls of Tokyo. With the
Banging
London
ecstasy
time to go. Yeah, I think it's about masturbation.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's nothing to lose and nothing to prove. I can dance with myself. Did you hear? He did the jingle for Shark Week.
No.
It's the most wonderful week of the year.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's not even like done to anything. It's just him winking at the camera continuously. The most wonderful time. It starts June the 9th. What a guy.
Oh, he's so short of cash.
Well, we knew that in The Wedding Singer.
Well, that's true.
Actually, this is quite good mat-based wrestling.
So who's, it's obviously Flashback, and who's the gentleman with the safety stripes on?
That is Al Snow, otherwise known as Leif Cassidy, and this he's part of the New Rockers.
Ah.
And as many people before me have said, no tag team with the new in the title have been good unless they're the first of their kind. Like the New Age Outlaws, they weren't the
Old age,
yeah, the Old Age are the Outlaws. They were just the New Age Outlaws. But like the New Rockers, the New Blackjacks, the New Freebirds. Can you think of any new ones?
Was there a New Era Thugs?
New Era Thugs? New Age Outlaws.
Oh right, it's
That's Badass Billy Gunn and the Road Dogg Jesse James.
Ah right, maybe.
New Age Thugs.
I don't know where I heard that. I may have just made that up. It's...
Yeah, I can't think of any other new ones. What about yourself, Dan?
No, I can't think of anybody. I'm just looking at Flash Funk going, just kind of thinking like how that gimmick was pitched. It was like, basically you're a gentleman.
Yes.
You're an enterprising gentleman.
Uh-huh.
You're going to have a couple of women with you and
Yeah.
a pimp. No.
Not a pimp. That'll come later on, though. Because I'm pretty sure that he is a member of the Nation of Domination.
So you can be an ultra black nationalist,
Yes.
or you can be a pimp if you're black. These are the options,
Well,
or a combination of the two.
well,
A
considering
pimp
that,
on the side.
I can't actually think of any black wrestlers at the time who would have been in non-stereotypical roles,
Yeah.
except for maybe later on, maybe Farouk. But by the time that the Attitude Era came out, there were no. It was D'Lo Brown.
Yeah.
Right? He was a hip hop guru, I suppose. There was Mark Henry, who was just a fat, angry, strong man, because Mark Henry was actually an Olympic weightlifter.
Ah.
And he didn't. I don't think he competed, but he was. It was very good.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
The Rock, I suppose. Oh, you go fucking hell! That was awful. Jesus Christ! Botch after botch after botch.
It's a good comeback though. He still managed to.
Yeah, he. That's a small thing. I mean, like, he's already. Everyone's seen the botch, you know. Oh Jesus! Look at him now. He's nodding. I'm fine. I'm all right. You know, he looks a bit like. I just realised Ernie Hudson.
Who's Ernie Hudson?
Winston from the Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What was I going to look up?
I don't
New
know.
tag teams.
Yeah.
I mean, the Wi-Fi connection isn't very good in this bunker that we're currently sitting in, just on the border of Siberia. But of course, you know, it's. But then again, we're safe, so I think we can all be glad of that.
I don't
Yes.
think we have much to complain about.
But I do miss Mushka.
Oh, she is cute. So I'm going to look up tag team champions to see if the New have ever been members of the tag team champions. Let's see. Maybe the New Age Outlaws, yeah.
This Flashpoint did a very stupid thing, right, where he turned around to celebrate. Clearly, he was going to.
Fuck!
And now he's out. He's out of the ring. It's. I mean, I think it all hinged on him turning around, trying to show off, and clearly failing massively.
You have got to get the job done before you. There's time for that kind of mess. Oh fucking hell! God, it's snow. You lunatic!
What did he do?
He overhead belly to bellied
Fucking
Flashpoint out of the ring, and then he did like a kind of a somersault off the turnbuckle.
And now he's just run off with his arms.
He's gone. I think he said. I think I've proved my point.
Oh. I'm done.
I don't need to pin him.
I'm done.
Wait, see, suspense. I stand corrected. Just
excellent pacing.
Oh, of course.
Pause for effect. Clothesline.
The only tag team champions with the word "new" in their name were the New Age Outlaws, and that is a fact.
Fucking hell, that's risky.
And
risky business.
In terms of reigns and combined days, they had the fourth highest amount of combined days with 468 days as champs. They reigned 5 times, which is not the highest at all. Like the Dudleys did it 8 times. Edge and Christian were 7. Hardy Boys were 6. So, but that's it though. I mean, like, you know, they did pretty well.
I'm just intrigued that there were a wrestling team called the Hardy Boys. Was the mystery they were trying to solve who ruined my career?
Actually, the Hardy Boys were probably one of the best tag teams. They were actually called Matt and Jeff Hardy.
Wow! Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
But that's a little bit more acceptable.
But they were absolutely fantastic.
See, Flash Funk is doing it again. He's showing out. I mean, it's...
he hasn't learned.
I know.
Flash Funk.
Oh!
No!
Flash! Oh!
You shouldn't have got away with that.
I mean, I understand where, from what very little wrestling I've seen, that where wrestlers can show off, but it's only when someone is clearly down and they're not going to get back up for, a good minute or so.
Good God Almighty!
See, they're both down. Their shoulder, they're not pinned, but both shoulders are on the mat.
Yeah, but that's a pin.
Ah, right.
That's a pin. Yeah, I think that if their shoulders go down on the mat, someone actually has to initiate a pin.
But both of their shoulders were down. Like they weren't pinned, they were just lying.
Oh, if both their shoulders were down, then they should have started a count out.
Ah.
So it's like count to 10.
Yeah, to see if they're both knocked out.
Yeah. And the first person to get to their feet then wins. I suppose. But fuck it, you know, like, and I was watching wrestling last night, and it was so annoying because it was touted as it's a non-disqualification tag team match.
Jesus Christ.
So there's no way to be disqualified.
No way to be disqualified. So you're talking like you can use...
So you can use technically whatever illegal moves you want.
And also weapons, outside interference. There's no countouts. Flash Funk's doing a good job, isn't they? Except for the botches. There's no countouts. Nothing's illegal.
What is the purpose of this match? Because surely without a structure, a system of rules, it could go on forever.
You can still pin and submit, but right. I think it's that rope breaks don't count. So before it would be like if you touch the rope. Look at the kids. If you touch the rope. Oh fuck!
That was major error.
Then that would break the submission, break the pin. But most of the times in non-DQs that doesn't break it. So because of that, I thought, well, if it's a tag team match, then they wouldn't be penalised for not following tag rules. Because, you know, like, oh fuck, is he gonna... Fuck, he is! Oh, brilliant.
Wow, that was a very impressive move.
Moonsaults are fantastic. I love them. Like, normal tag team rules that you need to stay in your corner, you need to have your tag ropes held, You need to clap hands before you can get tagged in. Whenever you get tagged in, you've got a certain amount of seconds to leave the ring. If you get asked to leave and you don't, then you're disqualified. So it's... Oh, fuck! That was great. Oh, Jesus. Oh, brilliant enzuigiri.
Wow.
Yeah, that was very good. But with the non-disqualification, those rules don't exist. And I thought, oh, this is going to be great. It's going to be like a tornado tag. You know, there's going to be 4 people in the ring. There's going to be some brilliant spots. There's going to be a spot fest. No, after the first maybe 2 minutes, they went to their corners and stood waiting tags. And I was going, what the fuck are you doing waiting for a fucking tag? There's no disqualification. Literally, nothing bad can happen to you if you just jump in and kick the fuck out of someone. Hit him in the balls! It was, I fucking hate whenever they don't follow their own rules, you know?
There's no point in introducing those
Oh,
rules.
450 splash.
You nutcase!
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, 450 splashes are glorious.
But how come he didn't come back from that? I mean, it seemed like he could have gotten out of that. He could have pushed him off before the pin.
Yeah. But I think maybe 450 splash is just his move.
Oh.
You know, that he wins with. The funk is on. That was good, actually. I was impressed with that.
Yeah, it's I mean, again, I know very little about wrestling, but it's I think the match could have gone a lot more quickly if he stopped showing off. Like, there was several occasions where he was just showing off and was just taken to the floor.
Jesus Christ.
That was close, though, wasn't it?
True.
Let's see.
When it takes a significant amount of choreo.
Oh, Jesus, though, he did belt him in the face, though. Who the fuck are these guys?
That t-shirt right there. That's
What, the tie-dye one?
Yep.
Yeah, I think the girl was wearing a Macho Man Randy Savage. Look at this guy. Oh,
Just some happy families enjoying funk.
I think
we just down with the funk.
what this match is missing is Caesar.
Caesar?
Wrestling Caesar.
Yes, yeah.
Although if Caesar were to travel forward in time, I assume he'd also watch this.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't the gladiators kind of like superstars?
Essentially, yeah, they were heroes because they would basically fight poor people who were being thrown into the ring.
Yeah.
I don't know quite the history of it though, like the lions, etc. I know that I think lions were involved, but I don't know. I said precisely when.
God, it's not like lions just walked about Rome. They had to catch the fucking thing and then move it, just so that they could. Although that said, though, as long as someone didn't kill the lion, then it might live for quite a long time.
True, it's.
But you wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be training it. You wouldn't be taming it.
You just put it in a cage and provoke it.
That's it. I've been starving him, beating him,
Singing off key.
me my mo, my me. Yeah. I really liked that. I know we were kind of bantering the way through it, but it was a spot fest. There were clear bits where Al Snow wants to be over. He's a great wrestler. He wants to be better than a jobber, which is what he is. And he's just turned to Flash Funk and said, right, let's get you over in the best way possible. They both had some great offense. You're right, Flash Funk did an awful lot of dancing.
Yeah. Maybe a little too much for a sporting contest.
I suppose that's his thing, though. You can't stop the funk, apparently. But I thought that was very impressive. It was obviously a lot of action in the match, a lot of the tables could have gone either way. But again, I think that just the showing off is a severe impediment to himself. I think if he'd done more showing off, he possibly would have lost.
Yeah, and I think that. If he were wanting to have a feud with someone, that would be a really good way to spark off the feud, where they might be in a match and he's having a great time, but the guy he's having a feud with is like, I've got to take this seriously, and then gets heat from the crowd by, beating him up whenever he's in the middle of dancing or stuff like that. But we have to assume that the crowd like Flash Funk, which they might not. We don't know whether the crowd actually like him or not. They might think, oh, get that fucking idiot off the stage.
He seemed to be quite popular when he entered the ring with that synchronized dance he was doing and the sort of small dance number he did in the ring.
Yeah.
Prior to the actual match starting.
Well, wrestling's a cartoon, so I suppose that kids like that sort of thing. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I thought it was really good to see Al Snow doing some big moves, because I don't know what happened. Maybe he got injured or something later on, but he did that somersault to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Never saw him do anything like that before.
I think that it doesn't matter how many times he does that, though, he was never going to be over. So he's like, why risk my fucking neck? Yeah. That might not be true, but if I were him and I was continually being a jobber, I'd be saying, why the fuck am I doing anything? Because a lot of people want to be jobbers.
Oh, just to get enough.
Yeah.
Just to put people over at a mid-level or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to be, which a jobber is someone who loses professionally.
Ah, right.
So their character is just there to be kind of fed to other wrestlers to get them over.
Oh,
you still have to win a few, you know?
Well, that's the thing. Like, a really good jobber is one who entertains the crowd and is good, but just not good enough.
So, like, essentially, like, is it Jim loses, as you say, professionally, but like an underdog occasionally wins, and people think, oh, that's nice. I mean, if his job's to entertain the crowd, then he goes, oh, that's nice, so for a change he's won, but then he'll just go back to losing again.
That's, yeah, generally that's what jobbers will do. They're called enhancement professionals now.
That's a very 90s buzzword. It's
synergy.
They've been rationalised.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's very 90s buzzwordy.
But it's interesting though. I like the idea that it almost keeps. I know I keep referring to the narrative, which makes me feel like I should be wearing a beret and a polo neck. Well, I'm wearing a polo neck.
He is wearing a polo neck.
True, but that is just part of the contractual agreement I have with the time-travelling person I speak to from the 1970s. But that's an aside. But yes, the part of the narrative is that these jobbers actually keep everything going, because without them, you would have to have some other mechanism to push people up.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to lose. But, you know, if you're going to do the papers for someone, there has to be a reason for it. And you're only a jobber if either they don't know what to do with you, or you don't pull crowds, but you're still contractually obliged, you know. But some people do it for a living. Like, you'll find a lot of, like, guys who would have been big names maybe a year ago would be in and involved in squash matches, and that's because the person they're fighting is on a roll and has to look good, you know. Like, they've got a big match coming up, and he's in a match, and then the guy he's fighting is in a match, and they both win. So the crowd are like, oh, well, who's going to win now? Because they've both won their last matches, you know, like that sort of thing.
And the jobbers, do they do a lot of dark matches?
Yeah. Well, you got to make your money somehow, you know. If you're in a match that only lasts 3 minutes.
And if I'm quite intrigued by this sort of jobber concept. And do they get paid handsomely for losing? Because they know they're there to sort of prop other people up, and they know that without them, other people wouldn't be promoted. But so as you could, anyone technically could be a jobber. It's not like a professional thing. I mean, I know they have to entertain the crowd some better than others, perhaps. But what I'm essentially saying is, is it sort of a bonus to being a jobber? Like, you know, they get more money?
No, I think that, like, I'd need to look it up. The last time I looked it up, people get paid a flat rate plus a percentage of the sales for their merchandise. So, like, Stone Cold, I think, has made the most amount of money from merchandising alone. He still makes money from merchandising. Because people still buy Stone Cold stuff.
Is he still wrestling though?
No. His last wrestling match was 12 years ago.
That's an impressive, I don't know, sort of brand, for lack of a better word. If he's still making money on merchandising 12 years after he's actually stopped wrestling, that's very impressive indeed.
Yeah, well, he does loads of other things. Like, he's in movies, and he has a TV show called Steve Austin's Broken Skull Challenge, which is basically the Krypton factor for rednecks.
Also, you know, and there's a lot of potential for a Stone Cold brand. Like, you know, it's like Stone Cold fridges. I would buy a Stone Cold fridge.
Guaranteed to keep your Budweisers nice and cool.
Your Steve Weisers, your IPAs, anything a hell of a damn whiskey.
Any of your craft beers.
He fucking loves craft beers. Did you know that?
Really?
Yes.
So pretentious.
I know. On his podcast, all he talks about is craft beer.
Well, I know it's from friends of mine that craft beer is huge in the States now. Apparently
Yeah.
it's much bigger than it is over here in Siberia. And
Where we only have potato vodka. Cheap potato vodka. Blight potato vodka.
Blighted.
Oh, it's the vodka. It's blight.
Oh, the potatoes is bust.
But it's a blot out of the pain. Mishka.
I thought that was good. I like that. Shall we do another one? Let's do another one.
I would give that match 4 out of 5 folding chairs.
That is great.
Around the back of the head, yeah. Jesus, you are
3.5 folding chairs from Dan.
You are in for an absolute treat, because next is Owen Hart and the British Bulldog versus Razor Rahman and Dizelle.
Someone from home counties.
Davy Boy.
Yes,
Manchester.
Yeah.
Manchester local.
He's from Manchester.
Yeah.
That's not even a Manchester accent, is it? That's probably Liverpool.
It's Postman Pat, isn't it?
I don't even know a Manchester accent, which is showing because
It's really hard to do.
It just
More
sounds
nasal, isn't it?
I think if since we do have a global audience, if we just default to Cockney, it would be fine.
You slag! When I get you in that ring, I'm going to give you an absolute thumping. I am. I'm going to force feed you jellied eels when I'm done with you.
Or we can go for a slightly more contemporary tone and go for Danny Dyer. That's right, Danny. I went there.
Danny, we've been going there for months.
We slag him so much.
But he deserves it!
I mean, it's like the good doctor Mark Kermode, who does the film reviews. Apparently, he also made the mistake, although a mistake is a subjective word, of criticising Mr. Dyer. And Danny Dyer, Mr. Dyer, in this case for legal purposes, turned around and says, "Next time I see him, I'm going to put one right across his canister."
He did not.
He did. If you actually look it up on YouTube, it's although Dr. Kermode does a far better voice than I do, and which Dr. Kermode quite aptly points out, just next time he won't bring a canister with him.
That is brilliant. Anyway, so Owen Hart and British Bulldog versus Razor Rahman and Dizelle, and it's coming up next.